Right, here we are on Halloween. Got the Joker costume going here, so figure we'll get into a spooky replay for the season itself. So yeah, we are rocking some zombies against back row. Ooh. Probably Dinomorphia. But yeah, no, we're having some fun with zombies. I don't know if I'll double down on this deck, but it's an interesting one. It's like a Link synchro based strategy. They've definitely kind of put together quite an arsenal of cards that really do synergize well. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll do the card by card. We're rocking a Droplet, Rivalry. What is this? Chang-Chi, Unizombie himself, and another Droplet. All right. So yeah, the goal is, set up Zombie World, turbo a bunch of stuff out. Okay, so they have a Prison, Judgment, and Ferret Flames, the farting itself. All of those are set. So let's go ahead and see what we rip. We do get a Banshee, which is great, because now we have access to the combo, which is Dump plus Zombie World access. Sending anything from deck is pretty good once you have Zombie World up. So we're going to go ahead and Unizombie here, this time discarding. We're probably going to set up the Banshee early. And then we will now try to send from deck, increasing his level again. And then we'll activate the Bloom and chain Banshee to have the Zombie World up. And that's just so Bloom gets its second effect, which is interesting. You run a couple copies of Bloom in this deck because you're setting up Zombie World more often than not. And then this thing's just specialing out a level 5 or higher zombie from deck, which is really, really nice. So we do set up the Doom King himself. Try to sink in some damage. Sure enough, it gets in. And then we're going to go ahead and set to pass. So the opponent here just decides to not do anything, which is fair. I mean, they can't withstand another battle phase here, but they definitely have plenty to interrupt me. And what's nice is they don't have a prison set up, so I'm curious how hard I play into this. So yeah, we just immediately try to get this thing set up here, and they are forced to Ferret Flames in order to stay alive. That's the only card that'll keep them in this game. So the Unizombie sinks in, and then Doom King gets in there. Oh, let's go ahead and resume here. Yep, so they'll Ferret Flames, which means, yeah, this card's a weird read. It says, if the combined attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls is higher than your life points, you can make your opponent shuffle monsters they control into the deck they choose, except monsters with 0 attack, so that the combined attack of the monsters they control, basically on the field, becomes less than or equal to your life points. So they've got 26. I can't have monsters with more than 2,600 total attack. So that means I could either get rid of both or get rid of just the Doom King. So I keep the Unizombie, and we are forced to go to main phase 2, which is fine. So now we're just going to keep setting up our grave. The problem is we're going to, of course, play into the prison at some point. So we'll special summon out probably another Doom King, right? Yeah, just get him right back out there. And then this time we're going to try to set up a Mayakashi play. So we'll search the trap, which is just a turn skip. These are just 3 spells that search. This thing says you tribute a Mayakashi or a Shiranui, Synchro, or Link, and then neither player can special summon monsters. So we do have 2 options there. We can do the level 7 Synchro or the Link 3. So either are available to us. So let's see how hard we combo off to set this up. Pretty hard, yeah. So they're going to Judgment out the normal summon here, leaving just the Doom King, and now they can Ice Dragon's Prison to get rid of him. So they might think they're in business, but they're really not. We do need some top decks, though, because we are out of gas. So Jack's not going to cut it. They set their trap pass. Probably a better way, thinking about it, to have not played so hard into more disruption. Just try to really push for game and keep our engine going. We lost 2 key pieces of our engine when we tributed over the Unizombie, so maybe there's something to consider there. Again, we're still trying to decide if we're going to keep playing this deck or not. But we just have to keep grinding it out. Change of Heart is not going to cut it, so we'll just go ahead and pass. Jack is cool. He lets you discard a zombie to summon himself. And then on your opponent's main phase, he can target a zombie in either grave, which this is great because it makes them all zombies. And then you can special summon the monster, banish if it leaves the field, and then this card gets banished until the end phase. So it's a cool way to kind of bring a monster out from either grave if you have Zombie World up. Of course, into this deck, it really means nothing. So probably one of the best draws we could have got. We got the Doom King once again. We are rocking at least 2 of these bad boys. So we'll pitch the Doom King to Special Jack, go to battle phase, threaten game. They'll just force to Karma Cannon here. Let's see, out of curiosity, what else do they have? They've got a couple counter traps. They're not hitting engine, which is very interesting. So we definitely have engine now with Doom King up. They are going to set, pass. And so here we go. We're going to change apart that, which they do judgment. That is very, very interesting. They want their blocker up here. So change apart is a no-go. But they are not rocking a lot of life, which is, I guess, super convenient for Ferret Flames. And they do have another judgment. So they're going to see. They saw all 3 judgment before they got to engine. That is crazy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and Unizombie here. We're going to increase the level of Jack. What did we send? Oh, we pitched. So we got rid of a droplet just so we can go ahead and make our zombie vampire, really try to fuel up the grave. That gets the last judgment. Man, they are trigger happy. So with no respect for their Ghost Ogre, we take a little bit of damage. Now we try to get rid of, or just try to dump from grave. Get a Mizuki out for the Chi Shao, or Changshi. They will use the effect to destroy, but we still get to send, which is fine. So we're just going to Mizuki back, and then we can just go into the Dragon Lord himself to try to special summon even more monsters on our opponent's turn. So we're bringing out Jack. We've got Doom King, and then this thing can summon itself back up from the grave. So let's see what happened there. Jack summons from zombies from grave. So he went ahead and brought out the Ghost Ogre for ourselves, and then he banished himself, comes back in the end phase. So here we go, drawing into crazy engine. Just slap it down, make a Chaos Angel to start threatening stuff. So we're picking apart their back row pretty well here. They're gonna Ferret Flames for everything except Ogre, which is fine. And then they do get some engine here, but that's really not a problem. Because what's going to happen is we've been sitting on this rivalry the entire time, and this thing with Zombie World is nasty because it turns every monster that's face up on the field into a zombie. So we wait for them to summon a monster, and then as soon as they do, we flip this, and they can't. Well, not as soon as they do, but then once they try to summon again, we flip this so they can only control monsters of one type. And since the monster that they have face up will be zombie, they're not doing shit. So they will slap on the Theresia. That's fine. We can negate it. They'll protect it with a counter trap. They think that they need this. They little do they know we've been sitting on this rivalry the entire time. So this Frenzy does nothing. They're probably salivating too that they finally got to engine. And this thing is a main phase thing. So we're gonna get our Doom King back before they do anything. So we've got our Doom King. That's great. We normal the Mad Mauler. They yeah, this is where it's just curtains for them. So they try to chain the Frenzy. We slap the Rivalry because this thing's going to attempt to summon a Dinomorphia fusion monster. But all of those are dinos, and they are controlling a zombie right now, per our zombie world. So that does nothing. And now we can just style. So we'll go ahead and bring out this fun little Flying Mary, the Wandering Ghost ship. I don't know if this is released in the TCG yet, but yeah, it's very interesting. It's continuing with that theme of using monsters in the spell and trap zone, moving them there. This one can do that. It's generic, just 2 zombie monsters to make it, and then you basically target a level 5 or higher zombie in your grave, put it in the spell and trap, and then you can special summon that monster. And then while this is a continuous spell, and you have that level 5, and you have you can target a level 5 or higher zombie you control, destroy a monster your opponent controls with less attack. So it's like monster removal and reborn, all for the price of just 2 zombies. 0 attack means nothing if it's just chilling in the extra the spell and trap zone. So yeah, anyways, we bring out the Chaos Angel, which triggers on special summon. So they're hosed. GG's. We'll kill him with the Mad Mauler. They do have 1 battle protection. That's right. Okay, so in this instance here, I'm giving them back a Ghost Ogre. I am a little greedy with this. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know why they changed that. They're not getting anything. So we use the Plague Spreader to go into our Shiranui, just so we've got this fully set up. So now we can stop their special summons once again. So we get the Doom King. They think they've got their big ol', Soul of the Supreme King, special summon Supreme King Zark from the extra deck. All these traps that fusion summon. Crazy, crazy stuff. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and Mad Mauler to, just start clearing the way here. So neither player can special summon if we tribute from hand, deck, or extra deck for the rest of the turn. So that's just incredible. And so this Mad Mauler will indeed do his job and punch him for 400.